Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lillian coming with another video. So welcome to another installment on Woo Woo Wednesday, girl, where we are talking about everything spiritual, and I am still talking about ancestral veneration, okay? And so today we are going to break down any negative thinking patterns or belief systems that you might have with working with your ancestors. Most people, and I'm gonna just get into the video, you might feel some type of way, like, I don't know where to start. I don't, like, is this witchcraft? Is this, is this that? Okay, first and foremost, and I'm just gonna I'm off the dome with it, okay? If you follow Christianity, then you know in every story they ever tell you about whoever the main subject is, they always tell you who they were related to. They go through the whole family tree. That right there is ancestral veneration. Who is this person and who are they related to? In fact, they tell you the God of Jacob, the God of Abraham, the God of whose God is that? Okay? So we're starting there, okay? That is already in your Christian Bible. That is already in there. All right? So I'm just want to start you with that, okay? If you were like, I don't know. This is, and you wouldn't even be on my video anyway but just by chance you're like, oh my God, this is too much for me. It's already in the Bible. You can go through every chapter and they have it in there, okay? Who are you related to? Who was they mama? Who? Before they even tell you what, okay? They have told you who. So you have some type of connection, okay, to this character, because I don't know who that child is. Who child is that? They tell you in the Bible, okay? That's number one. Another thing is, ancestral veneration is something that happens in all different cultures. You watch the movie Mulan, they have a whole ancestral house. They got a house for their ancestor, okay? They got a whole vibe with everybody's name wrote down, okay? And so their success, what that means is, and what I love about their culture is that your success or failure is reflected on the family. See, in America, we are very individualized, which is good. However, there needs to be a balance, because when you talk about ancestor worship, ancestor veneration, and I say veneration because I don't believe in worship. I believe in putting them, venerating. You know what I mean? Like acknowledging their presence, acknowledging the things and the sacrifices and everything that they had to endure, their success and their failures. How can we learn from the things that they went through and use that and apply that to our lives right now, right? So that's what I think about when I say ancestor veneration, ancestor being in tune, tapped in, right? That's what I mean. Operating from that lens. But like, the success or the failure is reflected on the family, okay? So if you don't do what you're supposed to do in your lifetime, they have to come back with you, okay? And so I want you to think about you having a child, okay? Having a child, and you're going over this math problem with them. You're going over the math with them, and you ask them, if Johnny had 5 apples and he gave away 3, how many apples does he have? And you said 22. Your ancestor is with the belt, okay? Because how long are we gonna sit here and go through this with you? Like, what are you not? That's how they feel, okay? They're trying to be patient, long suffering, enduring, but how long? Okay? And so that's the energy that I receive, right? That's how I feel about the ancestor, okay? And so we need to reframe that negative self-talk of, this is witchcraft, or this is in the jungle and blah, blah, blah. First and foremost, I'm from Mississippi. I'm trying to be respectful in what I'm about to say. I feel like in the African American community, I'm Black. I have to say that because some people get a little confused, right? So in our community, there seems to be this divide between people who are in the South and people who are elsewhere, okay? With this energy of looking down on people because they stayed and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, you stayed in Mississippi. Why should I listen to you? Why should I blah, 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 blah. And while that is, you know, everybody is valid in feeling however they feel. I will say that there is a level of potency, okay? There is a level of power in staying in the roots, and there is a level of power and potency in making moves. I don't feel like whether somebody stayed or left where they came from is good or bad. I feel like it's just what needed to happen for the progression of that particular line. It's important though, because as we move and go off into different places, we want to separate ourselves from anything that reminds us of sharecroppers. You know, you want to, the country bumpkin. You want to separate yourself so that you can fit in and blend in into this new world, this new society, create a new narrative for yourself, if that makes sense. And I think that, you know, rebranding. You want to rebrand the African American vibe. And I feel that. I understand. Okay. However, there's this, I'm trying to put it into words. There is this resentment that, you know, sometimes the people from other places feel toward the people in the country, you know, like the people in the country are the problem, you know, that country bumpkin over, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But the reality is you go off and you do all these other things and you are still experiencing the same thing, just in a different form that people down south are feeling. You know, just because you're in a different place does not mean that you're not experiencing the same thing. It might be even more covert. See, in the South, you know what it is, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. I appreciate Southern racism because you know. I like that. Okay? It's easier to finagle. It's easier to maneuver that. You know exactly what, you know what I mean? And you learn, okay? You learn how to, you learn. People don't expect, like, the South. Like, you count us out, bro. You count us out, and that's fine. Count it out. Count it out. But there is a level of Southern hospitality. Yeah? Yeah, like hospitality. Just because I'm nice to you does not mean that I am your friend. Just because we are having a conversation does not mean that I'm going to get all that information, coax you into a sense of comfort. You see what I'm saying? It's much more potent. Okay? Don't think just because it's hospitality down here and it's sweet. Okay? Don't think that. Okay? I'm not gonna say too much. I'm not gonna blow too much up. I'm just telling you, don't make that mistake. Okay? Now you go off over there and you think that things are good. You making progress. You doing this, but you're still facing that same thing that you ran away from the South from. You still experiencing it. Now you can't tell. It's a little harder to determine. You don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. I left. I moved on. And I'm still having to fight and do these things. Yeah. Okay? And so why is all of that important? Why is that important? Because somewhere along the line in our timeline, we felt like it was okay to discount the information and the practices that allowed us to move forward. Okay? The things that our ancestors believed in, we felt like it was okay to discard it through programming, rebranding, the media, different things like that. Because let me tell you, opposing forces have always known what it was. Okay? They always knew what it was. They already knew who you were. They already knew what this is. They know what it is, baby. They're trying to separate you from what makes you powerful. Okay? Because that slavery thing start in the mind. We need you to speak our language. We need you to worship our God. We need you to, because if you exist in our box, then you do and you work and you move in the way that we want you to move. But if you never knew what that was, that concept that they had, I never knew what that was. I wasn't a part of this belief system. Okay? So now you're buying into their belief system. You're buying into their system. You had your own system. You had your own way of working things out. They made you feel like the things that you believed in was evil. They made you believe that the things that you practice or just just your culture tell you don't have no culture. You don't have no language. Okay? Try to tell you all of this stuff while rebranding it into a new belief system. Rebranding your language, rebranding your hairstyle, rebranding your entire existence. Okay? It's good when they got it, but when you got it, nah, that ain't it. Who taught you that the things that your ancestors believed in was bad? Who taught you that? Who told you? Who told you what was what? Okay? So when you talk about all these negative things that you feel toward, I'm just talking about ancestor veneration. That's all I'm talking about today. I'm not even going all over there. I'm starting with just one thing. Just one thing. Okay? Because from one thing here, you can do a whole bunch of things. But my question to you is this. Did the other team tell you that it was bad? Because if the other team told you it was bad, you have to ask yourself, why would they say that? Let me tell you, if you watch the movie Hercules, I love Disney movies, let me tell you. You watch the Hercules movie. Hades was trying to figure out how his plan was going to work. Okay? And let me tell you, the plan this was going line. He was going to get them titans out. He was going to make it pop. You feel me? He went to these, they tell the past, present, and the future. He had to go get the tea. Okay? They told him, if Hercules fight, you will lose. Okay? They said, if Hercules fight, you will lose. Period. Why is that important? The next thing he did, he said the child is a god. First thing I got to do is turn him mortal. And then from being a mortal, then I can take him out. So they turn you mortal. Yes. They make you believe in the constructs and within the confines of their systems. Okay? And now you don't think you can do nothing. You don't believe in nothing. You ain't got no sense of nothing about yourself. Okay? If I wanted you to lose, the first thing that I would do, I would cut you off from your resources. Yeah. Anything that is power for you, that is how you win a war. You cut them off from the resources. You attack them from within. You make them fight each other. Yes, it's like that, okay? It is like that. And what I'm trying to give you is resources. Unlimited supply of resources. Because if you have this, then everything else will be provided to you. Seek ye first the kingdom. When you have a kingdom, who's in the kingdom? You got people in the kingdom. You got your king, your queen. You got everybody in the kingdom working together, doing their part, right? You got your people that work the iron. You got the people that work in the agriculture. You got your soldiers. You got a whole team. You seek ye first the kingdom, and everything else just gonna fall in. That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? From a spiritual standpoint. They say with the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Now imagine everybody riding with you. Everybody riding with you, especially in this time where we feel so alone. We have all this technology. We have all these technological, you talking to AI right now, girl. You talking to AI. And you sitting up here feeling alone. You're depressed. You're just sad. This feeling of angst. And it, girl, tap into your ancestor. Don't worry about whether or not it's good or bad. You need to break that cycle of believing within somebody else's systems. Why should you listen to me? That's probably another barrier. Okay? I might be talking a good talk to you. You know, people making people feel good. That's what I do. I'm very good at that. Let me tell you. Why should you listen? You shouldn't listen to nobody. Okay? Who am I? You don't know me from a can of paint. You don't. You don't. You don't know me from a can of paint. Let me tell you. Personally, I wasn't even going to make these videos. Period. I wasn't going to talk about this. I'm not in the business of sharing my spiritual belief systems or putting my belief systems on other people. I'm not trying to make you believe anything. I'm not trying to make you buy anything. You should be doing research. You should be, every time you watch a video, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. You need to ask who gained something from this information. What do they get out of the situation? What fruit is bearing from their trees? Okay. Not saying that you judge everybody by the cover and everybody looking good, because anybody can look good. Anybody can wear white. In fact, people are more likely to believe the person wearing white. Okay? You automatically equate white with goodness. Okay? Let me tell you. You automatically, who taught you that, baby? Who taught you that? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? So even if somebody come to you, they looking good, smelling good, perfect time to sell. Okay? Perfect time to sell. Perfect time to get you to part your money. Critical thinking skill is important, vital. Spiritual discernment is necessary. Cornerstone. Most important thing that you need is protection and discernment, wisdom and understanding. Okay? And so you don't have to believe everything that you see on the internet. Don't believe everything. Don't buy in to everything. Matter of fact, don't even like, you ain't, listen, this is what worked for me. Okay? Personal experience for myself. Am I where I want to be completely? No, I'm not. There are things that I feel like I need to achieve, things that I need to do, and this is part of it, right? But am I where I used to be? No. I was brought up Baptist church. I did not get along with the people in the church, okay? Because I had my own vibe. I had my own ideas. I had my own, like, I was unorthodox at an early age, okay? Things just didn't add up for me, okay? It just didn't add up. But I can say that my spiritual journey has brought me closer to understanding. Do I know everything? No. I am not an authority on anything. I don't want to come off like I'm an authority on anything. I don't believe that anybody is an authority on anything. I believe that we can all learn and grow together. I believe that information is to be shared. Information is to be heard, listened to, and then also you implement. Okay, because I feel like we live in an information age, and that's great that we have so much information. But the question is, what do you do with the information that you receive? What are you implementing into your life to make it better? Only take in what will make you stronger. Only take in what will make you smarter, better. Okay? Listen. So you don't have to, okay? You have your own free will. You have your own free will. You have your own vibe. You can do whatever you do. You don't have to take what I'm saying to heart. Listen, don't put nothing past nobody. Okay? You ain't got to believe nothing. Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Okay? Do your own research, figure it out. But I don't want you to allow systematic racism and the breakdown of our practices that have been passed down to us. Passed down, passed down, passed down. If you've seen the movie, watch the movie Turning Red. Disney movie, I know. Their ancestor gave them the power of turning into a bear. Turning into a bear, it wasn't needed like it was when their ancestor needed it. And so over time, to fit into the new world, they suppressed their ability, okay? So that they can mold and fit and move and maneuver in this new world. It made, I'm not gonna lie, it made the lady kind of, their ancestor, a little sad. Because they ancestors said, hey, this is a gift that I gave y'all. I gave y'all this gift. I gave you something. I did something for you. Even if you don't feel like whatever, I did something for you. Who taught them that they didn't need what their ancestor provided to them? Why do you need to suppress who you are within yourself? We live in a society, we live in a world that exploits and profits off our lack of identity and then our hate for who we are and where we come from. Okay, that's how I feel. And so it is important for you to make peace with where you come from and who you are so that you can move forward. Okay, you got to make peace with that. You got to square off with that. You got some family members from the deep south. You need that energy. You need to make peace with that energy. So that means letting go of preconceived notions, really program thinking that something is beneath you or whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, you need something done. And you're back against the wall and you don't know how you gonna make it through. Do what you gotta do, honey. Like, believe what you need to believe. I'm just providing an alternative. That is it. Okay? But I'm trying to tell you why. I'm just trying to reframe your thinking. So hopefully you like this video. Hopefully it's not too long. But go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Okay? Bye.